Broadcasting live our NBA Friday evening coverage here on 2K Sports. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thunder making a quick stop here in front of their home crowd of Oklahoma City, just one game before heading back out on the road. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year. They controlled everything in both games last year, going 2-0.
Yeah, this was an interconference matchup a year ago, and they had no problem with it, winning both matchups.
State Farm presents the starting five. A look at who we've got on the floor to begin things for the Indiana Pacers. Granger, Hansbrough, and Hibbert are the front court. Collison is out there with Jones. And for Oklahoma City, Durant, Ibaka, and Perkins compose the front court. Westbrook and Cephalosha in the backcourt. To go back to Steve's comment, even though they only faced them twice, they looked like they knew exactly what to expect.
Well, you know, all in all, it was a pretty successful year for them inside.
How about that surprise trade at the trade deadline a year ago? Kendrick Perkins going from Boston to Oklahoma City for Jeff Green.
Here's Westbrook. No luck. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
They were very sloppy in that game. You look at the turnovers, and that's what cost them. Couldn't take care of the ball. And
a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Thunder five right now. Durant, Ibaka, and Perkins compose the front court. Westbrook and Harden in the backcourt.
They're hovering around 50% for the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter.
Here's Harden. Hits the 15-footer. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him two chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you know, the Thunder have one heck of a home court advantage here in Oklahoma City. I mean, they don't call it Loud City for nothing.
Clark, for the Thunder last season, 30-11 on their home floor, but this crowd has been packing the building even when they had the fourth worst record in the NBA.
Well, Oklahoma City is a one-sport town, a one-team town, Kevin. The only major sports team there, and the fans so passionate there, and they're very fortunate to have a talented young club to follow and to support. See how this team develops over the next few years. They've got a great home court advantage.
Look, I mean, the Thunder 2 seasons ago managed to give the Lakers a run for their money in the first round, but in this last season's playoffs, they put the league on notice that their sights were and are much higher.
And that one's good. Deflects the pass. Pacers leading by 9. Here's Jones, and he lays that one in.
Yeah, and they've got a huge advantage in that regard.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise. I mean, rebounding, one of the true barometers in winning basketball games. And if you read 10 Coach of the Year award, he and, of course, Kevin Durant have been a big reason why the Thunder have moved up the ladder to become one of the league's elite teams.
Fades back. That's good. And it's the Pacers' ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Well, Darren Collison's shooting percentages fell back to earth a bit last season following his scintillating rookie season. But, Steve, he's still plenty dangerous offensively.
Well, he's so quick, and he can get around his defender at will, and he's added that jump shot. He's gotten much better with that shot. So, Darren Collison, a guy who can beat you in a lot of different ways.
Good on the second free throw. Ball's knocked loose.
Great defensive work right there. The quick hands lead to the turnover.
Rush. Powers down the dunk.
And that steal.
And here's Harden. They get a hand on it. And here we go. Pull up Jay. And it's Hibbert missing.
And as he expands and develops his game, he's got a chance to be an all-star.
From 11 feet away, Hibbert's got 4 points in the quarter.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Outside, Robinson. Puts it up. Harden's shot is good. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's more. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Westbrook gets to Durant. Swiped away.
And you're asking a lot out of your teammate to try to handle that pass. I don't like that decision at all.
Nothing fancy for him on that jam. Just a textbook flush.
Clarkey put it away without a moment's hesitation. You talk about 13-28 road record for the Pacers, tied for the 9th worst in the league. I hate to bring that up since you do their games. Steve, not what I would expect from, though, a playoff team.
Well, they struggled on the road offensively, Kevin.
Backing down is Hibbert. Launches it. Takes it up. Dunked home.
I don't like his body language, guys, right now. He looks like he's completely out of rhythm.
He's covered by Westbrook. Here's McRoberts. Drops in the tray.
Hey, he could have read a book cover to cover with all the time he was given on that three. My goodness, come on, play some D.
Yeah, could have read a book, could have played a video game, could have mowed the lawn. I mean, come on, defense, play.
Muhammad passed to Ibaka. Gets the bucket.
Nice.
Hibbert with a screen on Westbrook. The high post shot. Hibbert inside. McRoberts hits it. Well done on the second effort. And the Pacers lead by 19.
The way it's been, a big margin for them in the rebounding category.
You know, sometimes you got to get down and dirty and do the dirty work. And in this one,
People feel it's just a matter of time before we see it in the NBA.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, there's a commercialization that takes place, particularly at the pro level, that we've come to accept and consider part of the territory. I still think you want to try to balance it and do it in good taste. I mean, you think of the classic freeze frame of Jordan dunking with the fast food logo center frame on his jersey. I mean, that might be pushing it a tad too far.
And he slams it home. Here's the replay on the spike slam.
Now, I mean, this thing is pretty much over.
Yeah, there's nothing but the result to be determined. So it's time to start thinking about the next game now.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
So that'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
After your game tonight, I feel like it's safe to say that you've made your statement that you not only belong in this league, but that you will one day be a force in this league. Do you agree with that?
First of all, I appreciate the compliment, man. Everything just seemed to click out there for me tonight. I felt like a superhero or something. It was a pretty great feeling, man. I look forward to building off this performance moving forward for sure.